Good morning all. It is the day after the night before, so this bad boy arrived yesterday. It's a DD Aqua Pro Reef 1200, and yeah, on the surface of things appears to be a really lovely tank. The reason why I'm doing this video is because there's not a lot of information on them online, and most of the pictures either seem to be from people who have got them or just factory stuff. But I thought I'd give a little overview of what it's going to be like for anyone who buys one of these new or picks one up second hand. So you just zoom out a little bit there. So here's the tank. We got ours in tobacco. Really love the colour because it matches, well, somewhat matches the desks we've got either side. So as standard, it does arrive with all of your pipe work and stuff. This is what's on it. As standard, you do get two of the flat duck bills with it as well. You get all of the, you get these removable weir combs, 3-pipe system. So there you go. Black background all comes as standard, ultra low iron glass, polished as standard. Now, there's two of these, and this is where some of the confusion comes in. So there's the Aqua Pro Reef 1200, which is what this one is. And then you've got, hello cat. And then you've got the Reef Pro 1200. Now, the Reef Pro 1200, which I believe is D&D's signature tank selection. Their weir comes from here and goes across to there. And it has a slightly different pipework layout. The tank is the same length, but it's shallower. So I think their tank stops at about there. Now, I believe D&D purchased EA or Evolution Aqua, and then they started doing these tanks. So to clear up any confusion, these tanks are made in Essex, in D&D's factory, by D&D, but there's a reason why the designs are slightly different of the tanks. So build quality across the ranges is identical. It's just a matter of preference of where you want your weir location, or where you want, your sump location and whatnot. Anyway, let's get into the nitty gritty of it. I went for the aluminium stand. I do recommend paying the extra for the aluminium because it will last forever. And it is heavy grade aluminium as well. So this door here, that's one panel. That's one complete panel. The side panels, so just in here, they're just connected by 4 screws in these corners. So on delivery, you can just undo the 4 screws, and then that whole entire piece comes out as one, just with the join where the brackets are. There's the sump. Now, all of these sumps do come Clarity ready. So there's a hanger there, which you can't really see because of the poor lighting in here. And then you've got your first chamber, your second chamber, third chamber. And then you have this removable divider here. It sort of just slides out so that you can sort of protect your electrics here. You can get some sort of like gauge of those hinges there. So hinges and the brackets there. And then you've got a removable filter sock, which obviously we won't be using because we'll have the Clarity. Cat's about to go for a swim. But yeah, I mean, in all, forgive the monitor in the way. in all, it is a lovely tank. Really, really pleased. And yeah, so this does arrive on a pallet, and they actually package it really, really cleverly. So when you unpack this, the tank is actually separate. It's in a box on the bottom of the pallet, and the stand is on top. So you remove the stand first, which is great because then you can put your stand in. I thought it was going to arrive tank up already on the stand. It doesn't. They're completely separate. And then the pallet is literally, the pallet's massive. It's all wooden. It's all bolted together. So Nebula, unless you want to go for a swim, move. Sorry, I'm just going to close that. Yeah, it does arrive all bolted together. So you take the stand off first. It is wrapped, what I did in order to get it through this very small gap over here. And then obviously through this hallway. I took all the panels off, and then it on its side, you managed to get the angle round to get it. The aluminium frame itself is not particularly massive. It's the footprint of the bottom of the tank, and the tank just went on its side on a dolly, came straight through. It was in less than a minute from outside. So yeah, like I said, anyone who's thinking about buying one, do it. I bought mine from Aquatics Revolution. They are by far the cheapest online, by nearly 300 quid. And the service has been absolutely fantastic. They are an official D&D partner. They are listed on the website. They're based in Belfast, but don't let that put you off, because these tanks are made to order. This is what a lot of people don't realise. These aren't sitting on the shelf. When you order one of these tanks, they're made to order. They do take about 3 or 4 weeks, and D&D do get in touch with you every step of the way to make sure that your delivery is going to be okay. Have you got curbside? Have you got dropped curbs and stuff like that? And yeah, couldn't have had a smoother transaction. Aquatics Revolution have been really, really helpful. Also, if you buy a tank of this expense, I think I paid just over 1,500. You get like 75 quid's worth of points, which you can use to then buy anything on their website. So I'm going away from Vortex MP40s. Sorry, not MP40s, MP10s. I'm gonna try the AI Neros instead, simply because I'm fed up. I've had Vortex for years. I had MP40s on my previous large tank, and the noise, the reliability of the ceramic shafts in the wet sides, which I've had issues with on the MP10s as well, but they have been a lot better. I mean, I do like my MP10s, but I do think, one, they're not going to have enough grunt for a tank of this size, and two, glass thickness is an issue, even on my little tank here, which is a Reef Octopus Lux 60. This is a beautiful little tank. I bought this one new as well. I actually got it for a really, really good deal. Forgive the algae, but this has actually got an entire weir down here. So this is the weir. It's a silent flow, and as you can't really hear it. I have got a slightly oversized pump for it as well, which is a Varios S, and it does have a sump. Forgive the dodgy electrics. All of that's being upgraded. I'm going to get a power board for this one, for the new one. But yeah, been a beautiful little tank. Build quality of the highest order. Can't complain. This cabinet here, this white gloss cabinet, is heavier than this one. It is absolutely solid, and it does have some really, really cool little features, such as these screws and hinges, completely rust proof. They will never ever rust. Even the fittings that they've used here. This tank's been up and running for about 2 years now, and yeah, it hasn't given me a wink of issue. This does, just before let you go from this incredibly random and slightly long-winded thing. You do have under there 6 adjustable feet, and you can level this. You can level this like pretty much how you want. And I do believe you can level it a tiny bit even when it's wet. So just obviously just be careful, but try and level it before you can. I've got floorboards. So I know that the joists and the weight is going to be fine, but I'm actually considering putting a 12 or 15 mil board just underneath, just so that all of that weight can be evenly distributed. Because this, where the floor's slightly unlevel, it does have a tendency to lean forward. On this one, I just shimmed the bottom feet. I just shimmed it. So yeah. Well, I hope anyone who's thinking about buying one of these tanks, you know, hopefully this clears up a few misgivings. There's another chap called Reef Geek. He done an awesome video about pretty much same lines as this. So hopefully between the two now, you can sort of make a better decision, because there isn't a hell of a lot of information about these tanks online. What they lay out is, because people often get confused with the Reef Pro and the Aqua Pro Reef. They're 2 completely different tanks. They're completely different dimensions. The stands are different. These have got 2 door. The Reef Pro's got 3 doors. And you can get this in 2 different versions. You can get the wooden one and the aluminium one. The reason why I went for the aluminium one is purely for longevity. I heard a few stories about people with the old Evolution Aqua, and their cabinets only lasted about 7-8 years before they started to, you know, go home. And if they are starting to go, even after that amount of time, that's still going to be empty everything out, livestock, water, rock, everything, and then you've got to start all the way from the beginning. Anyway, forgive the rambling, and I'll keep everyone posted on this journey. But yeah, beautiful tank. Not really any issues. There's a couple of seals that probably could be better, but I'm just going to contact D&D. And they're not seals on the tank. The silicons have been done to a really high standard. It's more the internal gasket seals for some of the pipe work, which, to be fair, it happens all the time. So I'm just going to contact them and see if they'll send me another set. And then, yeah, but other than that, no issues. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one.